guys, welcome back. In today's video, we're going to be finishing our plywood edges. When you think of finishing your plywood edges, what do you think about? I think of edge banding. Well, sometimes edge banding just doesn't do the trick. For something like this, my main shape sign here, there's no way that I could get this thing finished with edge banding. So what do? If you've watched my video, How Well Can a Jigsaw Scroll, you may have seen that I've used Sandable primer. This is a great solution if you can't edge band your sign. It paints and sands really well, so this is a great option if you cannot edge band. But what if you need to stain your edges? This is not going to stain. So in today's video, we're going to be using plastic wood. The edges on this sign are actually going to be black because I wanted this sign to have a shadow effect. The reason why I'm not using the Sandable primer today is because I didn't think that it would spray really well in all these different crevices on the state. So that's why I'm going with the plastic wood. But stick around till the end of the video and I'll show you just how well this stuff stains. Before applying your plastic wood, you want to make sure that you give your edges a good sand. I used a 180 grit sandpaper and then moved to 240. I used my sanding gator and also some files to get in those hard to reach areas. I have a popsicle stick. I have this little rockler scraper. My plastic wood. It is so smooth. It's just like butter. Get some on my popsicle stick and then just start applying it to my edges. All you need is a really thin layer on there. And as you can see, I just used my finger to get in those really hard spots. I mean, this sign is just gonna be hard in some spots. Once this tacks up a little bit, I'm just gonna use my really damp rag and just kind of smooth it out a little because then I'll have to do less sanding later. I also don't want it to build up on the edges. After applying the plastic wood, you need to allow several hours before sanding. I let mine dry overnight. I'm just using a sandpaper disc and a sanding pad to sand this smooth. It's really been quite easy to sand because yesterday I used that damp rag. In the cracks of this sign has been a little difficult, but that's where my sanding disc has come in handy to get those hard to reach areas. I think it's gonna look pretty good when it's done. So I have this scrap of wood and I did some plastic wood on this end and on this end. So I'm gonna use a dark stain and a light stain. And also note that I have two different brands of stain. This one's a Varathane, which I feel like stains better over wood filler. This one is a Minwax. I think that this Briarsmoke Varathane did so much better, which I kind of suspected from the beginning that it would, just because it does cover over wood filler so much better than a regular Minwax. On the side you can tell where I didn't put an even coat of plastic wood. It's better than the edge of the plywood, but I do think the dark came out better. My sign is complete, and I think that the painted edges really help pull from the background on the logo. If you're wondering how I made this sign, I used 2 pieces of 1/2 inch plywood glued together, and then I cut it out using a jigsaw. It was slow going through 1 inch of material. I use my laser to get the county lines on the sign and then hand cut the logo with my scroll saw. If you found value in this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you'd like to stay up to date on all my latest projects, tips, or to be inspired, you can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Stronger by Grace Designs. Don't forget to check out my website. Everything will be linked in the description below. Well, this sign is getting heavy. See you next time!